Welcome to the channel. My name is Rob. I drink I drink an inordinate amount of coffee. Say that 3 times fast. I pondered starting this channel because I want to, but I didn't know what to talk about, and I had to get a camera and a decent microphone to do it with because I've seen other people do theirs and I see they have some good gear. So yeah, that's that. Anyhow, I get used to looking at the camera. Like I said, my name is Rob, and I've wanted to start a YouTube channel because I want to talk about things and I want to share information, and I think that's one thing that we got going on social media is information sharing, be able to share experiences, and I've definitely learned a lot from the shows and the channels that I watch. So I was like, you know what, I need to do the same and be part of that community. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sharing experiences. I'm talking about things I do on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and whatever else. And, things I've learned and hopefully help somebody else. And that's the goal, help others. Hospitality is one of my traits, I guess. I like to help out people. I like to build my environment and my community, and I love being able to reflect upon that. A little bit about myself. I am married. My bride is a Filipina. We met on my first tour in Korea when I was in the military, and our first daughter was born there. Our oldest is now 15. We have 2 other daughters, 14 and 10, and we live in Western Washington, and we love what we do with our lives. We're happy. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. Not because we're well off, not because we have lots of stuff, but we're in a good spot because of how we live and the decisions that we make in our lives and the things that we do. And so as a family, we're healthy, and that means for the good and the bad. So some more about our family. We have one of our girls, our middle daughter. She's got a kind of a peculiar medical condition that requires a fair amount of daily intervention, medical care for her. She has a home nurse, but she's happy. She's as happy as the rest of her other 2 sisters, and that's all we care about. So we can't ask for anything more. So about me, I'm 50 years old. I fly as a pilot with my private pilot certificate for a civil air patrol. I'm not a paid pilot, but I am building experience and time as a pilot, so that when I retire, the goal is to fly, for kind of a retirement, kind of stay busy thing and make a little bit extra money. My current profession, I came out of the military as an aircraft electrician, and I am learning and working as a pipe fitter, and learning that side of the technical utilities trades. The goal is to have enough knowledge to eventually build a home by myself when we do retire, after our girls are grown and on their way, with the exception of our one daughter. We'll see what she does, but my wife and I, we want to retire to Alaska, and we've seen a lot of benefit from the lifestyle up there. The community up there is really what draws us. We like to hunt and fish and live off the land pretty much as we can, but the community, the sense of neighborhood, the sense of neighborly conduct up in Alaska is beyond reproach. It's absolutely phenomenal the way people help out other people. that's something that I grew up with. You know, neighbors helped out neighbors, and that's just, you know, it wasn't even, you know, like questioned. It was, you know, it was just the way things were. So it wasn't uh, incurring against anybody. It wasn't, you know, begrudging against anybody. It was, hey, if somebody needs help, you go help them, and it was a good old-fashioned value. And you know, we see more of that with, you know, I have a couple of buddies that live up there, and that's what they say about it. And I was like, yeah, that's where I need to be. So, but we stay down here in Western Washington because our girls are in school down here and they're thriving in the schools, and I'm thankful for that. And so we'll keep them down here to let them finish their school, their, you know, primary school careers, and when they get to college, then, you know, we'll resettle and move our home. So, but some personal things about me. I like to drink a lot of coffee. Oh my gosh, I drink so much coffee. I keep Starbucks in business by myself. Now, mind you, I'm not going to Starbucks and drive-through and buying $5 and $6 coffees every day, a few times a day. I buy the whole bean coffees from them or from Costco, and I, you know, grind my own coffee, and I make French press coffee, and that's how I love my coffee, because I've drank coffee in so many ways. It's unbelievable. I'm surprised I haven't died from it yet. It's really kind of interesting. I'm sure I got some health complications, but it hasn't presented yet. I'm a Navy brat. I was born in California, in Travis Air Force Base, to a sailor who was in Vietnam at the moment. He was, you know, right there in the middle of it. We lived in Oregon for a good chunk of my childhood. The first, you know, 8 or 9 years of my childhood. I was born in California, but we didn't really live there long enough for me to call it home. We were there until I was about 7 months old, and then we relocated up to the Oregon coast. And then after my dad retired from the Navy, we moved back to Minnesota, and I, you know, spent the latter part of my years as a school kid out there in Minnesota. Folks still live back there. I got some lifelong friends back there that I still go back and, you know, visit, of course, to see the folks too, see my parents. My wife's family is from the Philippines. My wife's a Filipina, so her family is down there. So every few years we save up money and send her and one or two of the girls down to the Philippines, you know, for a few weeks to go see the folks down there. Unfortunately, because of our one girl, we can't do it all at once. We can't go all because I can't transport our one daughter because she's, you know, she's got some medical needs that have to be addressed daily. We can't throw her on a plane and take her across the water for, you know, 15-hour flights. It's not practical. So we do what we do. But anyhow, today is the first day of standard time. Kind of hoping eventually they'll pass this bill through the Senate and through the House to make daylight savings time permanent forever and ever and ever. I'll love that. So, but in the meantime, we'll suffer with standard time and shortened days, and it sucks. I hate it. Next weekend is a first for me. A friend of mine and I are going up to the Mount Adams Wilderness area here in Washington. For me, is going to be my first time hunting elk, and I hope I bag a big one. I want like a 700-pound elk, and I can split it with my buddy, and we can go fill our freezers up. But we're going to go out for the last weekend of modern firearm in the late season. And if we can't get an elk, then we'll try for the following weekend for deer. Just, you know, black-tailed deer or whatever else we can find. So, hopefully we get an animal this year. Because we love eating wild animal. It tastes better. It's, you know, something about it. You have to try it yourself. You have to experience it and taste it and see what the difference is. It's a whole lot better, I think, than, you know, what you buy in the store. But anyhow, it's definitely more challenging to go get it. You have to go out in the woods, you have to go hike, and you have to go shoot something. And not for everybody, that's for sure. We also love fishing as a family, and we do a lot of seafoods. We go clamming, we go get mussels, we get oysters, we get, fish, and enjoy that lifestyle. My computer is in the garage because there's no other room in the house. We got the family computer in the dining room. We've got another computer in my 15-year-old's room because she does homework like endlessly. She's taking some good classes, but the homework never ends. I feel so bad for her. She's a prisoner to the computer. So, so my computer is out here in the garage because I don't mind it. I'm not really particular about where I set up. But I have my own computer because I do some things. I have a flight simulator to kind of stay in practice with flying when I can't fly really. One of the things about being a pilot is staying current and proficient. Well, I can't keep current, that's a requirement for the FAA. But proficient, I can practice, some communications, I can do maneuvers and pretend, I can fly on my simulator. So, my computer is out here in the garage because I got a nice setup. Behind me is, our pantry basically. A couple of shelves we keep, some food items. And our kitchen is good size, but we have a lot of accessories. We got a lot of, we got the juicer, and we got the crock pots, and we got a noodle maker, and I got the bread maker, and I got all sorts of things. Well, I can't fit all that on my counters, even in our good sized kitchen, so a lot of it's behind me. And then we have the rest of the garage behind that. So, if you're wondering about my background, that's what it is. It's our kitchen overflow from in the garage. So, but that's that. Anyhow, I'm going to call this quits here and keep this a short episode because, like I said, I'm new and I have to get used to talking to a camera and not mumbling. So if I mumbled, forgive me, please. I'll get better as my speech and stuff, picks up better. I'm not really a talkative guy, so I'm trying to overcome that. But we'll definitely get more videos. We have, we don't have GoPro and all that, but I got plenty of cameras. I got a drone. So we'll add on, we'll add on other pieces onto our videos and make them a little more robust for you guys to enjoy. So until next time, take care, God bless, and have a good week.